What if today never happened? If your timing was off or you were late, would it change things? Well, it definitely changed things on today's episode of Station 19. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey.
Yes.
I'm buttoned up like this.
Oh, I like this song.
Will I am.
All I wanna do is burn it up like this. I stay like
This is going on my workout playlist.
Guys,
Tell him on a play like
she did it again. Stacy.
Oh,
Stacy.
Stacy.
You know, I can't with you, Stacy. That's all I'm gonna
We're
say
never
right
ready.
now.
Never ready.
You said before the episode, you're like, can I be prepared? No, because we never
No.
are.
We never are. Never are. Guys, welcome back to our after show, Station 19, episode 8, season 1. Episode 8 already, guys.
That's
and we
insane.
have a full panel.
Yeah!
I am Linda Antwi, and I'm so excited that my full panel is here.
Yes, hey, I'm Sarah Lyons. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey guys, I'm so excited to be back with my crew. I'm Nakia Monet. I'm excited. I love the show.
We're happy. We're happy. Even though we were like stressed out, we're happy.
We're here.
Yeah.
So, guys, overall thoughts of the episode.
I feel like each episode I get more stressed, more anxiety. It's just one of those things where you don't know what's gonna happen, and they take your emotions through a roller coaster.
Exactly.
And that's what happened.
The emotions and roller coaster, I can totally agree, because you go in thinking one way, and then at the end of the episode, you're like, wait, maybe they were right, or maybe I should think this way. It's so much.
Yeah, we talked about it before. We
too
talked
much.
about like they all must go to a Shondaland boot camp because any show that I watch that's a Shondaland show
Yeah.
gives me that same feeling.
Gives you
Like
the feel.
I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm mad, like all in an hour, and then I'm like, ooh, I'm a little exhausted, like emotionally exhausted.
Emotionally
Yes.
because I'm so
drained.
invested.
Right.
My overall thoughts were, yeah, I wouldn't have known that I was going to go this direction.
At all.
At all.
I'm still shook.
Guys, we're going to jump right into it. We have some fun fire facts for you coming up next and some news and gossip a little bit later. But first, let's talk about Andy and Ryan.
Oh my gosh. Andy, we've had this discussion, like, Andy's just, I don't believe she knows what she wants. And she's just rolling around. First of all, they have a routine already. Breakfast and sex and breakfast. Like, just like, okay, we're off Jack so soon. Now we're on to Ryan. Like, now they have a relationship. Oh, girl.
I wish you guys could see my notes. Back to her old ways
Yeah.
is what my notes
Rolling
said.
in the bed.
Like, I'm
This
done with
man.
her.
She's indecisive. She doesn't know what she wants, and I don't even think she wants Ryan. I think he's just available.
A distraction.
It's a distraction because she was with Jack for a while, and now you're back. It's like, what's going on, girl?
And is it okay? Is it okay to use these guys' emotions like that?
No, because we already know that she doesn't want anything serious.
And they both like love
Love her.
It's not like a hey, wham, bam, thank you, man. Like they love her
Exactly.
and want to see her do well.
Yes.
But then she's just like, whatever. Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to live my best life. Leave me alone.
Yeah,
Right.
the captain,
But let's
I wanna
have
be the
sex.
best.
Right.
I want to use
Right.
you to make me feel good.
But hey, the guys do it. Andy, live your
you're
best
right.
captain life.
They're all adults, right?
I mean, I guess, but I think it still doesn't make it right. I
Yeah,
think
no.
that if you're
You're
saying,
right.
hey, this is casual and we're cool being casual, then yeah, full-fledged jump
Yeah.
in. But I think that if one wants
Cares
it and
more.
likes it and cares more than the other, then
One
not
proposes to you.
Right.
Right.
It's not fair.
It's a little too much.
And then we flip over, we see JJ and Miller.
JJ and Miller.
And they're I guess they're official now?
baby this, baby that. They're like together. They're in a thing.
Oh, you don't like it?
I mean, you know what? It's cute. I like the term if they call them fireflies.
Yeah. But fireflies are like groupies.
They're the groupies, but
Yeah.
this is like a thing.
This is a
Yeah,
thing.
Jake-
This is a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I kind of like it.
But how did you feel about her? Like, well, I don't know. I kind of saw Gibson's perspective, or it's just like Miller shows up hungover. JJ's like, oh no, he's about to be out for 3 days. Oh, stay 4th day. Girl, what are you doing?
Right.
Do you have anywhere to go today?
That's how I felt. I was
Yeah.
like, "Ooh, you're dictating things already." Like,
Yes.
What do you do that you
That's-
can take 4 days off?
Right. I mean,
And
remember.
you're convincing your dude to take that extra day off. He's saving lives. What are you
Exactly.
doing?
Exactly. Remember the fire in her apartment. her other boo, who she thought was at work, was at home. But I'm like, what is it that you do?
What are you doing?
And she kept showing up to the firehouse. So I'm like,
Do you have a job, JJ?
are you just rich?
I just think she's a little too comfortable too soon.
Yeah, I
She
got
was,
that
like,
vibe too.
Ready to be all up in the station.
Yeah.
Hey guys, like,
And came like the wifey, like, you forgot your watch, honey.
No, she probably did that on purpose.
I'd be
Where you
like,
sleep?
here's the text. Hey, baby, you forgot your watch.
come-
FYI.
Exactly.
You might want to come home on break if you need it.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm not showing
Oh,
up
wait.
to your station.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Oh wait,
not
no,
to
I'm
bring you your
busy
watch.
because
Yeah.
I have things to do.
Well, because you have a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're saving lives.
Right. But I mean, who knows? Maybe you know.
Like such
New
haters, right?
love.
Maybe she's a wealthy entrepreneur that's retired already and has a lot of time.
Works from home, maybe.
Works from. We're awful. We are awful.
Oh,
Okay, so then now I want to talk a little bit about Captain Pruitt and being at Gray's and going through
Yes,
chemo
getting
and your
his
thoughts about that.
treatment. I felt so bad, especially since this is such a big day,
Yeah.
peer review and everything. And he's like, I'm sitting on the sidelines, and we know that he does not want to be on the sidelines, but it's just like, you have to get this treatment. I feel
And
bad for him.
it's sad to see him going through something because with this show, you don't know how they are going to turn things.
Oof, right?
You have an idea, but you don't know if Captain Pruitt is going to still be here. You don't know if they're going to kill him. Oh, it's just so heart-wrenching, this show. And sometimes I can't take it because when I see him in the hospital, I'm like, oh, is he going to, is he going to come home? Is he there?
And last episode, they were really making it clear that he was getting worse and that his dosage were getting more. And for someone of his age, it wasn't going to be an easy thing for him.
Right.
And it was one of my predictions last week that he is not going to be here till the end of the season.
I
But
don't think
I could
so
be
either.
wrong. I could be wrong.
It's too soon, too soon.
And I thought it was sad that he was by himself going through that. Like, where's someone to hold your hand? And I know
doesn't
they're
have
all.
anybody.
I know,
Everyone
but
is
that's
at the
sad. So
station.
someone there should be like volunteers. or
Yeah,
something, like
let's take some turns. Let's
candy
push it.
stripers.
Do you want a volunteer that you don't know just there with you?
I wouldn't want to be alone.
Yeah.
But Pruitt is so proud. Like
That's his
already heard
problem.
That he doesn't want. He's
Yeah,
like,
he's
no, I'm
super
cool. I
proud.
can do this by myself. Like, I'm strong. Like,
No, you
Yeah,
can't.
but I believe that, but then also when that nurse kept coming in, he was like talking to him.
of course,
Right? Like,
Yeah.
and so I think that if it was forced on him, he would want it because he does actually want. We all want company. We all want to not be
That's
alone.
Yes.
whether you
You
want
know?
to admit it or not.
Truth. Facts.
Yes.
We're bringing that back. Yes.
We're bringing it
Hashtag
back.
Facts. We're bringing that all the way back. Want to talk about Maya and Andy and how the girlfriend friendship BFF has kind of gotten back on track.
Back on track. Maya has Andy's back all the way.
All the way.
She is team Andy, but sometimes I'm like, Maya, let's take your head out of
You're a little biased.
Andy's
Yeah.
butt
Yeah.
a little bit. And I get it. You're there for your homie, but also let's speak truth. Let's speak facts. As Chief would say, I love it, but sometimes I'm just like, Maya, calm down. Just a little bit.
This is also, like, I know this is your friend, but this, like, think of the good.
Right.
Think of what's best for the state.
But I love that she, like, I love how she has her back and she's talking to other people. She's like, yes, Andy's great. And I think everyone wants that in a friend. But sometimes I think I'm like, Maya, just
Calm down.
calm down.
Like,
Yeah.
take several seats for a minute.
Right. Where she doesn't even realize she can also be lieutenant. So it's all about Andy and not her.
But I think that she does that and overcompensates because of her relationship with her brother and feeling that she didn't do that for him.
Yeah.
And everyone was
root
always
for
like,
him.
everyone was always, Maya, right? Because you're Olympian and
Right.
all of this. And I think that she feels guilty, and that's why she does it overboard with her friend.
Yeah, it's like,
You
I
know what I
support
mean?
you.
No, that's
I got
good.
you.
That,
It's
I
not just-
agree.
That makes sense because it's not. She doesn't want it to seem like.
She
I
doesn't want to fail. She doesn't
Right.
want to
Yeah.
fail as being.
Exactly.
She failed as a sister in her mind, I think, and she
Yeah.
doesn't want to fail as a friend.
No, that's absolutely
That's
right.
fair.
I can see that.
And speaking of great friends, we have a great friend named Maria.
Yes,
She's our
we do.
fearless leader.
She's the queen bee. She's the boss. Do you guys want to have fun, learn, and grow in all areas of your life?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, for those who do, we have the podcast for you. Conversations with Maria Menounos podcast edition is hosted by our AFTERBUZZ TV founder and drops every Friday on iTunes. Conversation with Maria Menounos features celebrity and influencer interviews, along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of your life. And I think a few people in the show at the fire station can use that.
Real talk. Facts.
Facts. From health and wellness to career, relationships, finances, and more. Let our Maria be the big sister you've always wanted. Just go to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos for free. If it's for free, it's for me. Okay? Be sure to rate and comment. And when you do, let Maria know that it was the Station19 crew that sent you.
Yes.
Conversation with Maria Menounos podcast edition. Check it out. It's awesome.
Check it out, y'all.
I want to just let you guys know, viewers and listeners, that this facts thing, you can blame Kia.
Yes.
That I've brought it back.
Yes, for
and
those
I'm
who are
all in.
listening and don't know, facts, I believe, started in like the early 2000s. And instead of people saying like, that's so true, that I
You're
agree with you,
right,
you just
yeah.
say facts. And now it's coming back. The kids from Jersey Shore say it all the time, and now I'm saying it. So
She's passing it along.
Hashtag
So now I'm
facts.
saying it. Hashtag facts. I want to talk a little bit about Travis because I love Travis. And when
We
they were-
learned some stuff about him.
we learned a lot about him.
Yeah.
But I wanted to first talk about how he hasn't gone on that date with Gibson yet.
Okay, well, now that we know that his husband just died a year ago, I
Yeah.
totally understand.
I get
like,
it.
that's a little soon, okay? Like, well, take your time. He's still probably, well,
Yeah.
definitely grieving, and it's just like,
yeah.
okay.
And they're both firefighters. He died on the job. This is recent. You know what I'm saying? And I think
Yeah.
people assume because men probably move on faster. I think people assume that, but
no.
it's like, no, men or women, when you're grieving, it's not like you guys broke up. It's different when you
Exactly.
break up with someone and it takes a little bit of time, but this man died. His husband
Yeah.
died.
And
so
I
totally
also
get it.
do think too that men fall hard.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like when they're in love, they're in love.
Yeah.
That's that, right?
Yeah.
So, but I do really like Gibson for him. I think that Gibson.
I mean, Grant.
Is it Grant?
Yeah.
The grandson?
Yeah.
Oh, why am I calling him Gibson?
I
You
don't know,
thinking
'cause
about
that's
Jack.
honey. Jack Gibson. That's my man.
She's ready to
That's probably
fight
why.
Montgomery.
She gave me the hand signal, like, that's my man.
She's ready to fight Montgomery.
Hey, Andy doesn't want him. Hey, Jack.
Jack, come on over here to this station, boo.
I can't with these two. Ridiculous.
You
Okay, so
like Grant.
I was
You're
calling
good.
him Gibson the whole time. Why is that?
You thinking about Jack and being so fine?
I think so, maybe, because he is kind of like
cutie
super
pie,
hot.
yeah.
Like super hot. Okay, so anyways, I do want them together though.
Yeah.
I think Grant would definitely be good for him, but I think that Travis needs to figure out when that would be a good time. I don't think Grant's going anywhere, but it's
Yeah.
just like, baby steps. It doesn't have to be baby steps.
Yes.
It's tough. It's tough.
I mean, it's
It's tough. This is random, but on the show Married at First Sight, there was a girl literally like that. She lost her partner, and on the show, she lost her partner like a year ago. On the show, she tried to marry someone, but she's still grieving, and the new husband realized it. So that's the same thing
Yeah, that's
with
sad.
Montgomery. It's like,
You need to, there's no timeline. You need to feel it.
Right.
Okay,
And if-
Travis, take your time.
okay, and if Grant's a good guy, he'll still be there.
Yes. There we go.
yeah. I had to think about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I also saw how he responded to the way Grant approached him.
Oh, for sure.
And I think that that's what he needs because I also
yeah.
think that Travis might have I know this sounds terrible, but you don't want to live in grief
Right.
always. Like
That's
you
true.
want to also grieve but move forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it seems to me, even seeing his story a little bit today that we're going to talk about in a minute, that he's still in that space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
So
You're
that's all.
absolutely right.
That's all I mean.
Yeah, I agree.
So I want to talk about peer reviews in general.
Ooh.
Okay, so peer reviews, and then it's Chief Ripley.
Ripley. I was Riley.
Right?
Ripley, yes.
So let's first talk about Ben and Ben's opinion
Love Ben.
on either team. So this is what you guys have to do.
Okay.
We talk about their opinion, and then I want you to say in that situation were you team Andy or team Jack? Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So first was Ben. Ben is the rookie opinion, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. Fresh
And-
take.
Fresh take, and he's basically saying that overall they're both great,
Mm-hmm.
right? Herrera, I have to call her Andy. Sorry.
Yeah.
Made the right decision in the moment, and he kind of agreed with her.
Mm-hmm.
But he also thought that Jack made the right decision as well.
Right.
So he's kind of like on the fence.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a rookie decision.
Mm-hmm.
I think the rookie decision, I would go with Jack because of the rules, but because Ben is a surgeon and they react on the in the moment, I can understand why he would go for, like, you know, I would pick
Especially
Andy.
Ben, if you know
Especially
his
Ben, like
character.
that's just how doctors react.
Yeah.
So if you take the doctor part of it as a rookie, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to impress the chief,
Yeah.
I would go with Jack because Jack followed the rules.
Yeah.
But I am a doctor.
And a surgeon at that.
I'm a surgeon.
Right.
We
So,
gotta save lives.
You want to
moment.
save lives.
In the
as many
moment,
I'm
yeah.
going with Andy if I'm
Right.
going. Yeah.
I agree with you.
I'm so on the fence with this whole call, but with Warren's perspective, I think I'll have to go with. I agree with you, especially him as a doctor.
Right.
And you do want to save as many lives as possible.
Okay, so with the rookery opinion, we're all in agreement that we're
Ben.
Andy.
Andy, yes.
okay. And then we had who came up next? Vic.
Ooh, Vic.
Vic needs yoga therapy.
Vic needs something.
So we're learning a lot about her character, right?
Yeah.
So she's scared of fire, and now she might have some authority issues,
yeah.
right?
very
So
much
she goes in there and like just I was like, whoa.
talking all kinds of ways.
So her boss's boss's
Boss.
boss.
Like the chief. Vic, do you have no home training?
She ripped him a new
Girl.
one.
Right.
Oh my God.
So she was basically. Did we figure out who she was actually? No, because she
No.
didn't get to
he
hear
was
her
like, I don't
peer
want to
review.
hear your
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
I already know where you are. I know how they've captained you just by the way you
Yes.
spoke to me. You can go. Bye, Felicia.
She deserves
Bye.
that. She deserved that. There is
Yeah.
a way to express your opinion respectfully.
Exactly. And the way she blamed him for everything and yelled at him.
It's your
Like you
fault.
said, you could have expressed to him like, hey, you know, I felt like this was what it is, but you're yelling. This is your chief.
Yeah,
this is the guy
exactly.
that's in charge.
Yeah.
It's no longer a conversation. She's
Can't
like, well,
talk
this
to
is
him
how
like
it
that.
is.
Yeah.
Like, no.
And her body language too, like all casual about it. Like
Yeah.
I don't know about you if you've ever been in a
Disrespectful.
job where they're like the main boss comes down, you get a little like, ooh.
Yeah, you sit up
Yeah,
straight.
sit up
One on their
straight.
best
Yeah.
She has her hands
Right.
folded, her arms folded,
Yeah,
like,
she was-
girl.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So with her, because we couldn't really hear anything.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know what.
All we can say is, you know what?
Reckless.
Reckless. I
Right.
agree with that.
Yeah,
Reckless.
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 I was gonna say, you know, you should go home and think about who you talk to and how you talk to them.
Right.
You might not have a job.
Because you've only been on the job for like a year.
Yeah.
And you're going through this fire fear.
Right,
Like,
calm
girl,
down.
you
And
need
no
to
one's
be-
telling your secrets. And
Right.
he even gave her a little threat. He's like, you're lucky because you would have been fired. Like,
Yeah.
you don't talk to me that way.
Yep.
I'm like, wowzers, girl, Vic, you got to get it together.
Okay, and then Travis.
Oh,
Travis surprised me.
He did. So he talked about his husband, and that's how we learned a lot about his husband and how he's still really grieving. And he was the one that, out of all of them, was like, I know who I'm going for.
Yeah.
Right?
We
He
heard
said-
his opinion early on.
Early on.
Yeah.
And he even said, Andy, you're too green early
Yeah.
on.
Yep.
Right? So that was a twist I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
But we know now why he said that.
Yeah.
And experience.
So do you agree with his view or do you not?
That's tough.
It is, yeah, it's a completely tough call because,
Call it, girls.
Okay.
oh, geez. Okay.
Agree with his thought that it should be Andy for his reasoning. Go.
I'm going to say I agree.
Okay.
I disagree.
Why?
Because he's talking about experience. Like, I know he said Andy, but Jack has the experience and the seniority, and like he knows how to make tough calls. I don't know.
Yeah. And I no, I get what you're saying because
It's
they
a
were basing this
tentative-
on that day, but there could be another day where Jack's call may be something different that can save
Yeah.
everyone's life that maybe Andy's
Yeah,
isn't.
so I'm a disagree.
Yeah.
I'm a disagree
Yeah,
because I
Andy's
think that
emotional.
in all the things that he was saying that the reason why his husband passed was because that captain didn't have enough experience. He
Right.
said made a wrong call and it was only by like 20 feet or whatever it was.
But
because it was inexperience, he made that wrong call.
Right.
But then you flipped it and said, but Andy was great in this situation. I'm going to go with Andy.
Okay,
Yeah, and
situational.
it's
We're talking
situation,
about
but Jack
overall.
has the experience.
Exactly.
Okay, Miller. He's for Jack,
Miller.
right? But
Yeah,
he's
he's for
Team
Jack.
Jack because they've come up together.
They're homies.
Yeah.
They're homies.
But I think that's totally relevant because he's seen, like, he knows him as a person. He knows,
Right.
and he's seen him through training, through coming up the ranks. Like, I
Yeah.
know the chief was like, oh, so how did you feel about him being your boss now? Like, that doesn't matter. Okay, they're still friends. Like, you've seen him grow as a firefighter. He deserves this. Like,
Yeah.
I
agree.
think
Jack.
in Miller's situation, though, he would go with Andy, even though he said his boy. You can tell he was second thinking because remember he comes and he doesn't know what's happening inside of the bus. Like he doesn't know what led Jack up to actually having to sedate this guy. So he's like, "What are you doing?" And Jack's like, "Instead of explaining it to you, help me." So I think in that moment he's like, "Wait, I don't think he did this right," but not really understanding what Jack had to do. So I think he's like the Maya, where Maya's gonna go for Andy. He is going to go for his boy, but as we've seen with Maya, where we'll come up to her, Captain kind of had her answer switch. Same thing with his.
He still agreed with Herrera.
Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah.
And then Maya.
My girl Maya.
Maya, I disagree all the way with Maya.
You know what I didn't like about the way Maya expressed herself was that she was so
biased.
that
Yeah.
it almost
she
made her
already-
seem not credible.
Yeah, like she already made up her mind no matter what.
Yeah.
She's like, well, Andy's
Made
my
her
girl.
seem like a little obsessive. That's
and
what
then
I'm like,
and then
Maya.
she made it kind of like and which I know it's a male dominated field, but she really was pushing like,
Just 'cause he's a
she's
man.
yeah, just because he's a man, and I didn't like
No,
that.
because that's not the
No.
case. He's just actually the most experienced
Yeah.
one.
Exactly. And Ripley even said that. He's like, don't make it seem like I'm, like he doesn't deserve, how Gibson doesn't deserve
Right.
Yeah.
all the,
Because if we break it down to what the rules are, who actually did it the right way?
Exactly.
So I didn't like the way, but she was super emotional. I'm like, I get that you love Andy and that's your homie.
Yeah.
Anyone will stand up for their friend, but let's be
Yes.
real. Who's gonna be the captain?
Exactly.
Who's gonna lead you guys in tough situations?
And what I loved about what he said to her, like, don't forget about yourself.
Yeah.
You have those
like
great
that.
qualities.
Yeah.
So, when Lieutenant opens up, your name should be in that ring.
That was dope.
Which is what we've been saying. Like,
Yeah.
you're
She's
doing
good.
all this. What about
Yeah.
you and your goals?
Focus on yourself.
Focus on you.
Yeah.
she's
Like, I'm
so
glad
great.
you're good there for your friend, but what about you, girl?
And then Captain Pruitt
Oh.
threw me for a loop.
Why did I know he was going to
But
say
I knew he was
that?
gonna do
Why?
that. Because he sees what's happening. They're beefing. I think because he's such a true captain and this is his legacy, he doesn't want it to go down where each of them, they hate each other. He knows that they have a past relationship. He wants them focused. And I think he wants the stress taken off of them. Not that he doesn't think that they're qualified. He's like, because if I go with Jack, my daughter's going to probably hate me. If I pick my daughter, they're going to think I'm being biased because she's my daughter.
Exactly.
I actually think he made the perfect, because I was like, I wouldn't go with neither one of them.
Yeah, from
If
his
I'm gonna be real.
perspective. Yeah, and I do think I can see why he made that call, especially with like knowing their history. Ripley doesn't know that they were together,
Right.
and trying to be as professional and appropriate for the job setting, like
Because they're always fighting. Though they get the job done, but it's just too much. And he's
They have too much history.
He's a proud captain.
I don't agree.
You don't agree?
I don't agree.
Oh, why?
I think that he's not thinking about them. I think he's thinking about himself and his legacy. And I qualify that by the things that he was talking about, like, I should be there. Just because I have cancer doesn't mean my opinion doesn't count. I've never missed a peer review. I.
Right.
And I think that he might think about, you're the boss, okay? You're the boss here at AFTERBUZZ.
Right.
And then, excuse me, you get sick and you have to be away. And you're so used to being in control, right?
Yeah.
And then you hear that they're going to replace you between me and her.
Right.
Don't tell me you're not going to have feelings about it.
Of course.
Right? And because also you're used to being so strong and in control and you have no control now, I think that that's why he's doing it. It's more of a power move
Could be.
than anything else.
like, oh, this is the last thing I do.
I'm
have
going to do.
control.
I'm
Like,
going to, I'm going to
Don't make your decision. What do you say? Don't make your decision until you hear what I have to say.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pruitt.
Thank you.
Yes.
point,
But I
Linda.
still go with his decision. I wouldn't pick either one.
Well,
of
you
them.
made a good point too.
Yeah.
Like why he wouldn't pick either, because
Because at the end of the day, though, they keep saying, we love each other. Doesn't matter who we pick. Someone's going to feel salty. And it's like,
they're gonna have a good reason.
as say Jack's the captain, is Andy gonna feel some type of way, and her and Maya not gonna want to do the job? If Andy's captain, you know what I'm saying? It's like one of those things.
yeah.
I think they have to captain at another station.
I think one of them is going to be captain, and that's where the drama's going to come
I
in.
think so
of course.
too.
Well,
Because,
we
you
know
know,
that.
hello, Stacy.
Stacey likes to give
Or
us
they
the
can
drama.
bring in a whole nother character and shake things up.
They could. They
Ooh.
could. They could.
Girl.
And I quickly want to talk about Peter the druggie.
Peter. Peter wasn't getting no damn croissants and bagels. He was getting drugs.
I was really concerned about Peter. Like, I thought he was dying for real. He just has a drug problem.
Yeah, he's and what do they call him? A seeker.
A seeker.
Yeah, so he seeks these, and he knew, like, I don't want the orange, I want the blue or the black or whatever.
Blue
I was
label.
like, oh, you're all the way in.
Yeah.
You're all the
he
way
started
in.
freaking
Out.
You know, from the moment where they had him on his stretcher, and he just ran into the dumpster, y'all. Like, literally just ran into the dumpster. Like, oh, I was concerned. I felt like I should call you guys. Like, Peter's
yeah, to steal some damn drugs.
There's nothing wrong with you.
He threw me for a loop. I didn't expect that, but now when it's now out in the open, now you start to look back at like the past, like the whole episode, and when they're actually talking to him, you're like, wait, he was a little excessive.
Yeah.
He was a little
creepy, like
Yeah.
too, like
Yes.
in control, like,
Yeah.
hey, buddy.
Oh, you want that? No, yeah, when he was like, oh, you want this gurney? Take the gurney. I'm fine.
yeah, leave me
Yeah.
alone so I can look for the drugs.
Yes.
And then when he came back, he was so ugly, like, ooh.
And angry.
And angry. It was gross.
Oh
I was
my
like,
God. He
oh,
took the neck
don't
brace
do
off.
drugs.
Kids don't do
drugs.
drugs. Be a firefighter.
And then let's talk about the overall accident. So with Susan, Carla, and Mary, so they're on this bus and they're trying to have a girls' night, basically, or a girls' day, right? And lo and behold, this driver, I was so mad at him when I saw him falling asleep. I was like,
Yes.
how dare you? How dare you? You had one job.
You had one job, bro.
That's
one job.
it. Like,
One job.
That's the day you call off if you can't.
That's
Right.
fine. I get
drive
scared to
these
get on
people.
things like that.
Oh my God! It was a daytime.
And daytime.
Like, what were you doing all night?
Right. Questions.
Oh my God.
But just seeing the dynamic of the friendships and
Yeah.
like having the one person that's always like the peacemaker,
Yes.
one that's like flying off the handle all the time. It was interesting because it always reminds me of like friendships that I'm in, and like,
Yeah.
what is my? I wonder what my role is. Like, am I the crazy one or am I the glue? Like, what am I?
Well, they have a great story now for happy hour. So when they get back together, like,
Listen,
girl, I
all
had
the way.
a blade in my
God.
shoulder. So.
all of the way. Oh, it was such a good show.
It was.
And I'm just so sad that there's only two
Episodes left.
y'all.
Before we go,
Can you
question
believe
for
that?
you guys.
Hmm.
Who were you guys pick in that moment?
It's a great question. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do that now before we do like because predictions.
Yes.
This will be something separate. So you guys go first. I'm going last.
You go first.
Okay.
Andy or Jack?
When it first happened, I was like, Jack, okay, here's the thing.
Okay. Sorry. Wait. So do the situation and then
Right.
who you would pick at the end in total.
So the situation, Station19 is on a call. They have Peter the druggie in the aid van, and they see an accident.
Yeah.
It's not their duty. It's Station 23's. But having morals, you know what I'm saying? Even they're 8 minutes away. Do they just drive in? I felt like the aid van should have kept going because Peter is in the van. You don't know if he's bleeding from the inside. You don't know what's happening. Get that out the way and then try to heal everybody. Probably send the whole team away and keep like 2 people. I just felt like it was a dangerous call because it wasn't theirs. Now, it's different if literally this is in your area. Then you're like, well, we have something to do. But it wasn't your call. So, but I think Andy did such an amazing job with reacting because she's like, I'm not going to leave these people here to die.
Yeah.
Because then when you go to your station,
Yeah.
now you're thinking about these people like,
Yeah.
damn, we left. So it's one of those things where it's like, I think they both were right. I just wish that they.
Are you Team Andy or Team Jack for captain?
Oh, for captain?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go.
I'm Team Jack.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. In the situation,
I
you
love
thought.
Andy.
In this situation, I think Andy was very lucky that it turned out that
Yeah.
Peter was just a seeker, okay? Because if he had died, if something had been wrong, then she would have been 100% wrong. I think that that was a major rule that she broke. I think Jack was right. And I would have felt uncomfortable, like we need to keep him going. Like, how are you gonna leave someone in an ambulance and go help? And like I realized there's 8 people on the street and 1 guy in the ambulance, but you had him first.
Yeah.
And 2 fire trucks and 1 ambulance. Keep the ambulance going. Y'all can stay there and help.
Yes.
Yeah. You can stay there and help. And I know you have some medical supplies on the fire truck. Okay, stop.
Yeah.
Are you Team
Jack.
Andy or Team Jack?
I am Team Jack 100%. And not just because he's fine.
He is fine.
Jack
I
deserves
love-
it.
I love
He
Andy.
deserves it.
I agree with it. I agree with everything that you girls just said. I think that in that situation, I think that Andy was lucky.
Very.
I think that she has the instinct because she's a helper and she wants to save people and she saves lives and all of that. That's what was her first instinct. But I think that, like you said, some of you stay and help and finish that call.
Yep.
Right? Because you don't know that the other station is going to only be 8 minutes. They might be 5 minutes. Like, who knows? Like, you didn't know for a fact. So keeping this Peter character in that situation, you don't know. He could have died.
Right.
Yeah.
And then for Captain,
Let's hear
am
Who we go
am I
with?
Team Jack or am I Team Andy?
I know it's tough. They're both great.
I think that I'm Team Jack.
Ooh, 3 for 3 for Jack.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Yeah,
He
I think
does
I'm
deserve
Team
it.
Jack.
He jumped in the pool of chemicals, y'all.
Come on now. I think if Andy a few more years, then yes,
Yes.
she's next in line.
She's a little too. I can't think of it yet. I'm
And I
gonna
think she's a little power hungry too.
Yeah.
Captain's call. Oh, really?
that and
Wanna have a
like
conversation?
Her decisions off of emotion.
emotion.
Yes.
I don't think like he's a logical
Yeah.
thinker where he has the plan and he's like, all right, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
She reacts super fast.
Yeah.
And she's
I
still
agree.
trying to prove herself.
Yeah.
There's just so much.
We love you, Andy, but
We love you,
it's for
Andy.
Jack.
We love the show. We love you. Let's move on to some fire facts.
Let's do it.
I've been learning so much, and I know that a lot of reviewers are like, "Oh my god, I've been learning so much."
Same.
Fire facts. So my first fire fact: there was a fire in 1987 called the Black Dragon Fire. It is still considered the largest wildfire in modern times. It burned almost 20 million acres across China and the Soviet Union. If you want to look at what that looks like, it's the size of South Carolina.
What?
Oh my God.
That is
Largest
crazy.
fire of modern time.
Okay.
What year was that?
1987.
Wow.
Okay.
There's a bush called the Dictymonus albus, which emits a flammable, oily substance which can be lit on fire without actually burning the bush itself.
What? That's
So-
some witchcraft stuff.
That's like a burning bush. Moses burning bush.
Dude, that would be like magic. I would be
Yeah.
the person
That would be
like,
magic.
come here, I got some magic tricks for you."
Exactly. That's awesome though.
Cool.
And then the last fire fact of the day, firehouses have a spiral staircase because the horses that used to pull the fire wagons learned to walk up the straight ones. So they wanted to prevent them from walking up them, so they started to make them spiral.
Oh, you learn something new every day.
I know.
Okay.
Fire
And then
facts.
a couple of weeks ago, I know that I had a trivia question that I promised that I would answer today. So I said there's a fire that has been burning and it's been burning for like all of time. I said, what is it and where is it?
The sun?
Yay!
Hey! I was a
How
science.
Did you look that up? Or
No.
You just guessed that? Just
Well, because they always teach you like the sun. Well, it burns forever. It's one of the biggest fires. And whatever.
I wish I had like a bell. Ding,
I
ding, ding,
was
ding,
like
ding.
I was a Bill Nye the Science Guy kid, so I watched a lot of Bill Nye and Science.
God.
Like when you first said it, I didn't want to blurt it out. I think this was like 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and I was like, I think that's the sun.
Yeah.
He's like, I know the answer.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Okay. Awesome. So let's move on to some news and gossip.
News and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Sorry, I don't know why I did that.
And gossip. I like that. So I am just like a little sad that the show is ending.
I know.
And I'm a little sad that I already know that they've wrapped.
Ugh.
So speaking of wrapped,
Rap party.
yeah, the first photo that we have up there, they posted from the wrap party. And it's Andy's character.
Oh
and
my
look at how
God.
fun they are having
They-
about last night. ...
Why are
wrap.
they so cute?
And then I love how Stacy's in the photo as well with them, right?
Stacy, stop breaking our hearts.
You
Right.
doing it. You doing it.
You're doing the thing. You've pulled us all the way in.
Look how cute
We're
they
in.
are.
Yeah, awesome. And then so the next one is them again, and Stacy actually posts this one saying how they're all lit, and there she is in the middle in the blue.
Cute.
She's adorable.
And yeah, and she's like, they have brought such talent and grace every day, even in heavy gear, facing fires, all of that stuff. They've just been exceptional. And she just loves her team. She loves the cast. And bravo, you guys. You really did do a great job this season.
Yeah, Stacy, you did the damn thing. This is a really great show.
And then this one, massive shout out to the hardest working, most creative, funniest, smartest, most incredible crew around, Station 19 has come to life all season long. And it's because of all of the people, right? The writers, the producers, the directors, the talent,
Camera
all
guys,
of the camera girl.
sound,
and so
behind the scenes.
I love that they took this photo.
Yeah.
That
and I
is such a
love
cool
that it's with the
photo.
fire trucks.
That is so dope.
Right?
That's cool.
Because of the show, you have a newfound respect and love for like firefighters.
Firefighters.
Yeah,
They're
and
already
everything
hot
they
as it
go
was.
through.
And now it's like,
Right.
you respect them. And then when you find out there's only 3 more episodes of Station 19, your face looks like that.
Right.
And now there's only 2, and my face is really looking like that.
No.
Because it's my new obsession.
I'm obsessed.
So I don't know what else to
take
do.
that.
Yeah.
And I think, is that the last one? It might be the last one, guys.
Okay.
So let's go on
Guys.
to predictions.
This show stresses me out.
Your AfterBuzz
Oh my
TV predictions.
What you gotta say, Kim?
I'm completely stressed out. Stacy, she's such a great creator and writer because this show definitely took a turn. It's not what I thought it would be. Predictions. Obviously, they're going to pick a captain in either the next episode or, well, actually, no, because we see the previews where it gets really hot and
yeah.
Captain Pruitt comes out of the hospital. So I don't know. I'm scared.
stressed
I will
out.
say I think the captain pick is not going to be next episode. It's going to be the season finale.
Of course.
And I also think the season finale is where we're going to know if Captain Pruitt's going to pass away or if he's going to stay for season 2. I don't think that they're going to pick either or. I think to shake things up, kind of like Grey's, there was always a new cheat. You know what I'm saying? A new head. Everyone was always taking turns. I think they're going to bring someone in new. Doesn't mean that that person's going to stay on forever. I just think they're going to bring a new captain in, and then things are going to get a little shaky, and then that person may not stay for the end of season 2. I'm just saying.
Okay. You took my idea,
Sorry.
Kia. But I do not think Pruitt is dying at the end of this season. I think that, what if he gets in remission? He comes back to the job.
Which would go with my theory about how he wants to make it all about him.
He's
Yes.
like, I'm not sick anymore, y'all.
legacy.
Sorry, but then would Andy and Gibson be the lieutenants? I don't know. But I think Pruitt will come back. I don't think he's gonna die. Not this season.
That's a good one.
So to piggyback off what you were saying, because that's one of my predictions, I think that when we heard him say neither of the two, I think he's gonna say continue to keep them as co-captains and give them more experience until I come back to my legacy, my station.
I see that.
I can see
I can
that.
see you guys are onto something.
Okay, and then
Ooh.
my other prediction was with Maya. So I think that Maya is going to take to heart what the chief said,
To be lieutenant.
and she's going to start thinking about herself. And I think that that's going to rub Andy a little bit the wrong way.
Yep. Of
Because if
course.
you are used to someone being your cheerleader every 5 seconds and then all of a sudden they're not,
Competitor.
they're like, whoa, like, what are you trying to do? Like, I'm the queen bee in the house.
Yeah.
And I think that that's going to be a problem.
I want to see that.
I think that we're going to see more of JJ and Miller. And I think that with JJ, I think that she's going to start to become a little bit more obsessive.
A
Yeah.
problem.
And I think that Miller is not in it there yet because remember, he was the playboy,
Right.
right? And now all of a sudden he's in a relationship, which I guess he wanted, but I think it's going to be too much too soon. So I think that that's going to develop into an issue.
Okay.
Ooh,
Those
these
are my
good.
predictions,
These are very good. Very good. I like it.
Yes, I can't wait.
Guys, I am Linda Antwi. I am on social media at Linda So Girly. We love hearing from you, so please, please do shout us out. Make sure you like and subscribe. Send this video to your friend. I know it's a new show, but get into it because we love hearing from you.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I'm Sarah Lyons. You can find me on Twitter at Sarah Lioness, Lioness with a Y.
Guys, I'm Nakia Monet, and you can find me on social media at Kiki Boom Boom, and I will be keeping it spicy for you guys until next week.
Until next week, guys. Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
On fire.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.